Falling for Havoc, a Wattpad novella written by M.E. Randall, is available to read on Wattpad. Chapter 2, The Benefits.
I try not to gawk at Havoc as I sink into the leather chair. He's the most beautiful man I've ever seen. His firm, sharp jawline, piercing dark eyes, and perfectly tousled hair make it hard to tear my gaze away. I can feel my cheeks flush as he flashes me a charming smile, his presence filling the room with an undeniable magnetism. Despite my best efforts to remain composed, I can't help but feel a flutter of excitement in my chest. I'm unsure if it's his appeal or the creepy office that has my heart pounding against my chest. But nothing will settle it anytime soon.
Welcome to Havoc and Moros. I'm glad you could join me today, Miss Vaughn.
Havoc smiles, making my breath catch in my throat. His smile is charming, but something is unsettling about the way his eyes seem to pierce right through me. I try to shake off the feeling of unease as I sit across from him in the dimly lit office. His voice is smooth and confident as he begins to speak, but an underlying tone of mystery sends shivers down my spine.
Can you tell me a little about yourself?
He asks as he shifts through what looks like my application. Yes, of course. I force a smile and sit straighter in my chair, attempting to radiate confidence, but it only makes me feel smaller in his presence. I'm a highly motivated, skilled, and experienced individual. There are several compelling reasons why a company should consider hiring me. Firstly, my diverse skill set and expertise make me a valuable asset to any team.
There's no team.
He bluntly states, throwing me off my game. What? I attempt to regain my composure, slightly surprised. He leans back in his chair, a smug smile playing at his lips.
There's no team you'll be working with. You'll be my personal assistant, so unless you're referring to a team of you and me, then there is no team.
Oh. I nod, folding my hands into my lap and continue the prepared speech. I have a proven track record of exceeding targets and delivering high-quality results. I am confident in my ability to drive success for the company. Furthermore, my strong work ethic, attention to detail, and ability to collaborate effectively with colleagues.
You won't have colleagues either. I'm the only one that works here.
His voice cuts through my thoughts, leaving me feeling slightly deflated. I pause for a moment, processing his words. Oh, I say again with a hint of uncertainty. The realization that I would be the only one working for him in this eerie office begins to sink in, and I can't help but feel a sense of isolation creeping over me. I quickly shake off the feeling and gather my composure. That's fine, I reply confidently, trying to mask my unease. I can work independently and take on responsibilities without constant collaboration. Additionally, I continue. My passion for continuous learning and growth ensures that I stay updated on the latest industry developments and technologies. By hiring me, a company can benefit from my dedication, experience, and commitment to excellence in all aspects of my work. I roll my shoulders back, looking him in the eye with a pleasant smile plastered on my face. Havoc leans back in his chair, studying me for an uncomfortably long time. I shift in my chair, trying to keep my smile from wavering. I also adapt quickly to new challenges and environments, making me a valuable asset in fast-paced, dynamic work settings. I am confident that my skills and dedication will positively impact your company's success. Havoc nods slowly, his expression inscrutable. The already uncomfortable atmosphere becomes even more stifling with each passing second. I would also like to thank you for considering me for this opportunity. I look forward to the chance to work together, I add, my voice steady despite the tension in the room. I am eager to bring my unique perspective and expertise to your team, and am committed to exceeding expectations in this role. Havoc's gaze rests upon me momentarily before transforming into a subtle smile.
I appreciate your enthusiasm and confidence.
Does that mean I got the job? I ask, not entirely sure about what's going on. He nods, sitting up in his chair and straightening the papers.
It'll be temporary for now to make sure you work out, but yes, you're hired. You can start Monday.
A wave of excitement and relief washes over me as I realize I have secured the job. On my way home, I need to pick up a bottle of wine, so Emily and I can celebrate properly.
I'll want you at my house at 5 in the morning.
He tells me. My excitement halts. Excuse me, what? Your house? I ask. He nods, a serious expression on his face.
Yes, my house. As I mentioned in the job description, I need a personal assistant. That means you'll be with me every second of the day to assist me. Personally, I'll need you to show up and select my clothes for the day while I get ready. Is that a problem?
I shake my head. No, of course not. I just thought I would schedule appointments, handle correspondence, and make travel arrangements for you. I didn't realize I would also be responsible for such personal tasks, I reply, trying to hide my surprise. He smiles, appearing content with my response.
Yes, those tasks are important too, but I need someone to manage all aspects of my life. Are you up for the challenge?
I take a deep breath and nod. Of course, I'm curious though. While we discuss the job details, it's probably best for me to know precisely what the company does. A playful grin crossed his face.
I'm into acquisition and deconstructions.
I furrowed my brow, trying to make sense of his cryptic words. Acquisition and deconstructions? What exactly does that entail? I asked, feeling a mix of curiosity and apprehension. He chuckled softly as if enjoying my confusion.
Simply put, we acquire struggling companies and break them down to their core components. It's a challenging process that can be incredibly rewarding if done right.
I nodded slowly, trying to grasp the concept. Maybe it's beyond me, but it seems like something that carries too many risks and possibly no rewards. A job is a job, though. Even if I don't understand how he earns his money, at least some of it will trickle down to me. I stand up and offer my hand to him. Well, I appreciate this opportunity and promise not to disappoint you. He smiles and shakes my hand firmly.
I have faith in you.
He says. His dark eyes pierce through me, looking past the surface and unraveling my soul. I can't help but feel uneasy about the job I just accepted. But I push those doubts aside and focus on the promise I made to myself to find a job and contribute half of the rent.
I'll send you a text with my home address.
He tells me. Oh. I rummage through my purse, searching for my phone. I guess you'll need my number.
I already have it.
He says with a haunting grin. He holds up the stack of papers, displaying a printed version of my application. I don't remember entering my cell number on the application, and when I called to set up the interview, I used Emily's and my landline. Right, I don't usually give it out, I say, trying to keep my voice steady. I must have forgotten. The man's grin widens, sending a chill down my spine. He casually flips through the papers as a lump grows in my throat. I shift, fighting the itch to creep towards the door. I was wondering what my wages would be. The man's grin doesn't falter as he continues to peruse the papers before him. I can feel the tension in the room growing thicker with each passing second. Finally, he looks up at me, his eyes cold and calculating.
Your wages.
He repeats almost mockingly.
Well, let's see here.
I hold my breath as he scans the documents again, my heart pounding. The silence stretches on, making me increasingly uneasy. After what seems like an eternity, he finally speaks.
How does 33 an hour sound?
33 an hour, I shout before quickly covering my mouth. My voice reverberates off the empty walls, mocking me. I can't believe it. $33 an hour is more than I ever could have imagined. It's a dream come true. But as the initial shock wears off, a sense of doubt creeps in. Is this too good to be true? Will there be strings attached? My mind races with questions, but I push them aside and focus on the present moment.
You'll receive full benefits if this works out, and you become a full-time employee here.
He tells me. I feel a surge of excitement at the mention of full benefits. My first big people job. All those years of bussing tables, taking orders, mixing cocktails, pouring drinks, and letting a piece of my soul die a little daily have finally paid off.
Of course, dental and vision too.
He adds as he walks over to a filing cabinet and places my application inside. That's amazing. I cannot hide my excitement. I've never had a job that offered such comprehensive benefits. I thought I'd have to sell my soul to get benefits like that. I joke. Havoc chuckles and turns to face me. He slips his hands into his black slacks.
Maybe you did.
He teases with a mischievous glint in his eye. A nervous laugh bubbles up. I attempt to brush off his comment with a forced smile. However, something about how he said it sends a shiver down my spine. I quickly change the subject, anxious to move on from his unsettling remark. I should get out of your hair. Again, thank you so much for this opportunity, I say as I scoot back toward the door. Havoc's smile diminishes a bit as he observes me pull away, his eyes narrowing in a manner that makes my heart race. I can't shake the feeling that there's more to his playful demeanor than meets the eye. As I reach for the doorknob, Havoc's hand suddenly shoots out to stop me. His touch is surprisingly gentle, yet it sends a jolt of electricity through me.
Allow me.
He says, his voice low and smooth. I swallow hard, trying to ignore the fluttering in my stomach. He opens the door. I should leave, but something about Havoc's presence is intoxicating. Despite the warning bells ringing in my head, I hesitate.
See you Monday, Nadine.
His voice is so low it rumbles in my chest. Right, I gasp, feeling the heat of embarrassment in my cheeks as I realize I'm not hiding my attraction to him very well. As I walk away, I can still sense the warmth of his gaze on my back.
And
he stops me as I pass the empty desk in the lobby.
have a great weekend.
Thank you for listening to Chapter 2 of Falling for Havoc. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please like and subscribe to this channel and hit that bell for more notifications. You can find Falling for Havoc at wattpad.com or on the Wattpad app. Search for my username, reading_mermaid08.